an early morning, but these occasions don't come around very often, do they? In fact, for Dame Allen School and for Maidstone Grammar, they've never been in a national schools final at under 18 level before. Let's have a look at the cast on both sides and who's taking to the field today at Allianz Stadium. So Dame Allen's team here. Adam Hay, their coach, he selected this team. It's very consistent to the semi-final. From 15 to 1 they go. Max Jones, Charlie Forrester and Louis Ratmond in the back three. The centres are Oren Swatton and Owen Forbes. It's the Brett brothers at 9 and 10. Eddie at fly half, George at number 9. In the pack, Magnus Dawson, Archie Roberts and Tom Wilson are the front row. James Allen in the second row with James Brathwaite. Tom Lewis, Jack Watson and the captain, Will Graham, is at number 8. Maidstone Grammar School, meanwhile, facing off and looking like this. At fullback, Will Andrews, Alex Hayward and Cameron Jennings on the wings. The centres are Danny Sayers and Carter Breach at 13 and 12. Ewan Coveney has recovered from a big knock he took in the semi-final to start at 10. Finton Aravind, the deputy head of school no less, he's at scrum half. Then in the pack, Ollie Court, Alex Morawski and Ted Jenner in the front row. Ollie Mariner and Will Davis are in the second row. Max Griever, Nat Gethins and the captain, Ed Holroyd, their talisman today. He is at number 8. Ten days ago, both these two were intense semi-final occasions. Dame Allen School coming through theirs in a fine performance up against the King's School Grantham. Maidstone Grammar was a little tougher affair. They faced Reed School. They were 14 points to 0 down against Reeds in the semi-final. They ended up winning 24 points to 19. They've both impressed on their local circuits. Dame Allen School from Newcastle upon Tyne, so theirs is northeast focused, of course. And in Kent these days, the standard of schoolboy rugby is ever increasing. It's a really tough circuit, which Maidstone Grammar face. And they've had a season that's toughened them up because it hasn't been all conquering against the likes of Gravesend Grammar School. They've lost to them, for example, who were in a bowl final earlier on in this competition 2 days ago, and they lost that. So they really have had a bit of an up and down journey, but they have come good as Twickenham has edged ever closer. And this is what they're playing for as well. It's right in the centre of our shots. Well, whilst we look at the fans first, actually, this is what they're playing for ultimately. They're playing for their school. I meant the under-18 Vase, but this is more important. Those with scarves on, those who've got up early, and everybody who has come down. Dame Allen School from, of course, the northeast. They've had much further to travel. Maidstone Grammar have a little shorter journey, but nonetheless making the effort to make sure that this day is one where they deliver from the stands. And Kat Merchant is alongside me for this. And Kat, of course, you're a World Cup winner in 2014 with the Red Roses. You played in stadia where the atmosphere is vociferous, but you've also commentated in stadia 10 days ago where the atmosphere was chaotic, and these guys here from Maidstone, they were making so much noise in their semi-final, as were Dame Allen's.
Oh, it is great when you have people that you know in the crowd, because that is who you're doing it for, and especially when you're going to be on that side of the pitch where those crowd are. It's such a great moment. I played on the wing, and this was before the women now fill out Twickenham. We didn't fill it out at the time, so trials are only on one side, and when I was on that wing I much preferred it. It was great, and then you'd swap in the second half and be on the other wing and you'd miss the crowd, but you know, it's a great opportunity.
But the noise that can be generated by crowds of this size, when you're on that side, it's as if the stadium is at full tilt, isn't it? It's so loud.
Absolutely, really, really loud. The support is going to be so much. Like, it's clear, you can hear it, you know, you can sight them as well. It's such a fantastic experience to play at Allianz, and great players are going to come from it.
Maidstone Grammar School and Dame Allen School contesting the under-18 Vase final at Twickenham. Dame Allen's on the left-hand side. Maidstone Grammar on the right. Well, the last time a team from the northeast got to Allianz Stadium was RGS Newcastle back in 2010. They lost to Whitgift that day, but no school from the northeast has ever lifted silverware at the Allianz Stadium during a Schools Cup encounter. So Dame Allen's trying to do that for the very first time today. They've won all their games this season except for one. That was to Barnard Castle. It's included wins over RGS Newcastle, Durham School, first time they've beaten them away for years. At the Merchiston Festival, they beat St Peters, York and Dulwich.
Time is yours.
And Maidstone, as mentioned, won 13 matches this year, but lost 8 as well. Dominance has not been the watchword for them. They fought for everything. They put the cup run together. And it has come out of hard work and a lot of perspiration, a lot of out of timetabled sessions that Maidstone Grammar have had to put together. And this is, of course, the biggest stage for both schools. We are under starters' orders in the under-18 Continental Tyres Vase final.
Captain!
Dame Allen's will kick us off. And they go into the 22 for Maidstone and ask this very enterprising and energetic pack from Maidstone to try to run it back. That is monstrous from Dame Allen's.
Use it, Blue!
Knocked them back to within 5 metres of their line. Maidstone and their centre Carter Breach trying to
Take a step, Red.
edge that
Use
Dame
it.
Allen's wave backwards. Charge down here, it's bouncing around and it just escapes.
Pass 22.
We've spoken a lot about how defence has made semi-finalists turn into finalists because it's the intent, it's those big shots, that hit there. I don't even know if it's a double tackle, was it? I think it was a triple tackle in the end, but it can massively cause opportunities in attack when you get your defence so right and so aggressive.
Maidstone replying kind with the long kick. Eddie Brett for Dame Allen's returns, and Maidstone with their fullback Will Andrews kicking it down the sidelines, and the fact it bounces gives Maidstone and their fans reason to cheer, and they chase hard to get the line out.
Yeah, really nice opportunity here now for Maidstone. Good line out opportunity, great area of the pitch.
Here at Dame Allen's, that early start, that 4 AM alarm call to make it down to London, all worth it right now. Maidstone's line that is disrupted. Dame Allen's can counter here, bringing Will Graham into proceedings, their number 8, but he loses the ball, then it's knocked on. The energy is fizzing off the pitch, Kat, from this early start from both teams.
Yeah, very often you'll see knock-ons early on in finals because it's so important. Intensity's there, energy's there, and everyone's going for it. So you do see a couple of errors potentially creep in early, but they're working it out, they're settling it into it, and both teams have come at this so fast.
Crouch. Bite. Set.
Inviting set piece for Maidstone Grammar. Aravind to Coveney, and he sees some space in behind here. It's going to roll just over the try line. Max Jones calmly shuts that down, or at least as calmly as you can be on an afternoon like this for the fullback. And we're joined by someone who's known for his calmness at fullback as well, because Freddie Stewart has managed to hot-foot it up to the commentary box, and we'll be hearing from his thoughts very shortly.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here on such a lovely day.
Good afternoon, Fred. It's great to have you here. We're up to 3 in the commentary box now, and Maidstone Grammar making headway again from the restart. Carter Breach, who missed that semi-final through injury and has already had a couple of touches, which spells promising things for Maidstone. Fred, what's the atmosphere down there like? We're hearing it over here. It seems great, but you're right next to it.
It is just as noisy as it is when there's 80,000 in here, I think. It's brilliant, the turnout from both schools. Obviously, Dame Allan come all the way from Newcastle this morning. And Maidstone just bringing scarves, chants, noise. It's awesome.
Yeah, they've been a feature of the first 4 minutes as much as the players, haven't they? It's they are standing up and being counted, that's for sure.
Again, a couple of those errors creeping in, which is just those finals nerves, I think it can be. And yeah, teams just so pumped and ready to go. Just in the knock on there off that overthrow.
Maidstone Grammar are conceding a fair number of kilos to this Dame Allan's pack, but that was the story in the semi-final against Leeds, and it didn't matter. They hit so hard, and their scrum is a strong unit as well. Aravind gets it away. Coveney, bump from Carter Breach to set them up. Knocked forward though, Dame Allan's have it, and their fullback Jones.
Freddie, normally I'm on co-com to the forward, but I'm in here now with who's going to have the maul chat. Shall I hand that over to you in detail? Like
maul and scrum are not my strength.
Yeah. No, I'm going to throw those to you, as I've been doing this longer. So yeah, we can look forward to your insight.
In my eyes, if the team that goes forward in the scrum goes forward, it should be a penalty. That's about as much as I know.
Oh, there we go. That's all right.
We're both often quite far away from scrums, to be fair, so we might have to make that the best we can do. Will Graham, number 8, picks and goes for Dame Allan's.
Hands away, Blue!
And the penalty comes from
Right form, playing the ball
that
on
pick
the
and
right.
go.
These two players. Playing the ball on the right.
So we saw in the semi-finals, we saw lots of turnover balls from Jackals. Teams desperate to try and do that, but they have to make sure it's not after the ruck has formed like that one was.
Well, Ratmond wraps his boot around the ball for the first time, the number 11. He had a terrific semi-final performance, and actually off the back of that semi-finals, Ealing Trailfinders sent him an email, and they're starting to progress things towards maybe bringing Louis Ratmond in at Brunel University or somewhat. It's a decision he's got to make it in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure, but right now other focuses. Nonetheless, he impressed so much that was the impact of his semi-final appearance. Now Dame Allan's on the front foot again, and then into the 22. Oren Swatton with the carry. They get the penalty off the back of it. 2 in a row now for Dame Allan's. And Carter Breach is being sent off for a yellow card. That's 7 minutes on the sidelines for Carter Breach at under 18 level.
So the offload there, once he came through the line, was a fantastic bit of skill. One-handed, sighted his target and then released it beautifully.
And they're clearly confident in their set piece as they've opted to go for the corner instead of taking the 3 points that potentially were on offer to them. And that's the yellow card offence going there.
Move!
Up and down they go, Dame Allan's. Taken by Braithwaite and then moved on quickly, and heading towards the line they go again. Just metres away. And picking and going, and this is the open side rolling. Jack Watson. The forwards are there to go again. And they steady themselves. So too do Maidstone. Good defensive tackle from the Kent school to slow that pace of things down. Archie Roberts, the hooker, stands over
You have
this.
the advantage, Red. Use
Do
it.
have the advantage. Carry from Graham. Now it's Brett who wants to go wide to his brother, and Eddie loops it over. It's into the corner, and Oren Swatton steals a march on Maidstone in the final, diving home for Dave Allans.
Dave Allan's done really well there because they were getting hit back in that forward battle with the pick and go. So actually they knew they were playing with an advantage. They're playing with a player advantage as well. So it was on that left-hand side. So beautifully moving it out, looping over the player who's come out of the line, and a great finish there.
Yeah, I think Maidstone with a back off the pitch means that Dame Allianz have got that obvious overlap on the edge. You know, it's easy when you get that close to the line to keep it tight and keep bashing it through with the forwards, but great bit of decision making from the fly half to take that edge, and good execution for the try.
Yeah, it's nice to see it moved, isn't it? And I'm sure you've been in similar situations. I've definitely been there out on the wing screaming for it, and the forwards keep picking and going and picking and going, and you're just like, give me the ball.
Points after added 2 from the sidelines.
And every point matters, I think, in a game that could be really tight, finals rugby. To slot a kick from the touchline is a great bit of confidence building for Dame Allianz.
And in front of all of your teammates and fans on the sideline as well. What a moment to be able to do that. And here's that big looped pass and finish there. Excellent work from the 13, Oren Swatton.
Dame Allianz with the lead, 7 points to nil in the under-18 Vase final. Maidstone kick-off, and they can't get possession back from the kick-off. So Ratmond lashes his right boot through it again. Now, this is the hooker who's back, Alex Morawski, in the pink scrum hat. He travels at a faster speed than any hooker should do, and he careers into the half of Dame Allianz. And now the Maidstone forwards try to line up their counterparts. Nat Gethins moves it on here, being expansive despite being a player down for another few minutes. Aravind waits for the players to be there. Max Griever. Morawski again. He's not just like an extra back row, he is an extra back row, the hooker, and that time Dame Allianz have got to grips with him. It was Jack Watson who held him up.
Yeah, Maidstone's opportunity now to get a bit of ground into this and play down that yellow card so far. Just only under 2 minutes left on it, but looks like he hasn't made touch with that one.
Taken by Andrews. Neither touch found, so they seek more space. Dame Allianz with numbers here, and they pick their way through very nicely. They're on the breakout again, but just pulling up with a muscle injury, it seemed like, as they were away. Dame Allianz.
That's a hamstring if ever I saw one.
And they're still going to go to this, and the pass away was from Lewis. That was really slowed down for Dame Allianz. Watson tries to speed things up, and he gets through the line, the open side. And they keep going the same way into the shadows at Allianz Stadium. Jones comes up from fullback there, dragged out into touch. But it's Dame Allianz centre Owen Forbes that is having to receive some attention here, so we'll have some break for that.
Yeah, you can see burst through the line. It was fantastic speed.
Moving the ball really well, Dame Allianz. They made a nice break down this right-hand side, and then the ability to see the space on the other side and get the ball there fast. That's the key. When the space is there, you've got to get the ball there fast, and they're doing that really well at the minute.
Ted Jenner, tight head properly throws in so that the hooker Morawski can burrow in and then peel away.
Use Use it!
And Aravind boxes this. That's almost contestable, not quite. Dame Allen's as Brett takes it in.
In the side. Hang on. Ball lost, blue, ball lost. Blue, ball lost.
And those jacklers in Maidstone's ranks having a go at the ball. Dame Allen's do secure it, but it's slow. George
Blue
Brett.
14 offside, mate. Play on. Thank you, though, Vase. No worries. Take a step, blue.
Eddie Brett. Tom Lewis.
Hands away, blue.
Maidstone being
You're okay,
warned,
it's this guy.
and
Stand
so
blue,
they
not
incur
rolling
the
away.
referee's whistle.
Yeah, Maidstone, Dame Allen's managing to frustrate Maidstone's attack. There's nothing worse than when you feel like you're building momentum and then that penalty goes against you and Dame Allen's gets straight back in.
Fred, this is something me and Kat talked about earlier today, but the size of this pitch, when you first play on it, does it always take you by surprise? Because I know Kat said it did for her, and it must be for these players. Was it for you?
Absolutely. I think, you know, when you get down there and you realise the scale of the pitch, and I'm sure for these boys who definitely play on something a bit smaller at their schools, to be here and then suddenly have that extra 10-15 metres on each edge, it makes a massive difference.
Fred Stewart and Kat Merchant in commentary with us this afternoon for the Under-18 Vase final. Casting their eye over both teams, and they've really put out so far in these first 15 minutes the excellence that they've showed to get to this stage. Dame Allen's underneath this, the chase was good from Maidstone, and they win the penalty off it.
We've seen a few of those, haven't we? That knock on and then player in front just playing it, which I always feel is such a tough one because it's an instinct as a player to just go for ball, but rightly so, it is a penalty.
Maidstone don't wait around. Racing back is Forrester for Dame Allen's. Might have carried
put down,
that over.
I think he did.
He did. So Forrester, not necessarily with many other options, unless he was going to run it all the way back.
Yeah, he was under a great deal of pressure at all times of that with that chase, so the sensible option was to put it down rather than risk trying to run it himself.
Best opportunity of the match so far for Maidstone Grammar School then.
Crouch.
Ed Holroyd, the captain at the back, and number 8.
Set.
With a decent enough blindside.
On this side, mate, the red tight head needs to get a longer bind. He's binding on his shoulder, mate. Okay. Bind longer.
I think Maidstone have actually managed this period really well, obviously losing the man into the bin, but they've defended absolutely brilliantly, and to only concede 7 points in this period will be a big win for them.
Crouch. Bite. Set.
Back up to the full complement now. Carter Breach is in the line here. If it goes to him, Coveney taps it through, bounces around, and Dame Allen's have got it back.
Use it.
A ball that could have gone anywhere, it goes into Dame Allen's hands instead. And Ratmans hits this to the sidelines and makes certain of that one.
Yeah, I'd have liked to have seen Maidstone keep that in hand. First real scoring opportunity, 5 metres out, they decide to kick, and obviously they did have a chase with it, but they've now lost ground by 20 odd metres, and they'll get to attack again. But yeah, I personally would have felt that in hand for that.
3, 14 and 19 change.
Here are the Maidstone mob. There was a couple of nicknames going around pitch side, Freddie, that you guys were picking up. Was it the Stone Massive?
The Stone Army against the Dame Allen Ultras was what was branded up there.
Ninth lost this way, Grandpa.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I'll look for it.
And here we see these first half changes with players who are named in the 22, mandated to play at least half a match. So we see the changes early in the match. And then we'll see players who have gone off returning again, freshening things up. Aravind, or Coveney even.
No red!
Maidstone challenging Dame Allianz, just with a 1 out or 2 out rugby, and Dame Allianz comfortably realigning in the defence. They are extremely well disciplined in defence, Dame Allianz School. You've got to work it round them. Here they come. It's Griever, and Griever's going. Max Griever pulled down just short. Maidstone with a great chance.
No!
And here it comes. They're repelled by Dame Allianz. And Dame Allianz have fully shut that down now. Superb defence.
Yeah, absolutely, because Max Griever there is, what a line from him. Freddie, you were punching the air there. I think you were quite excited by that line, right?
Unbelievable, and it's the carry afterwards for me. Not only does he carry through the line, he gets away from one defender, keeps his feet, stays balanced, but then it's a fantastic bit of defence from Dame Allianz.
Yeah, again, they're just adding to that frustration, aren't they? Because Maidstone are close, nearly getting in there, and just Dame Allianz denying them with their incredible defence and getting their hands in on the ball.
Well, unfortunately, here we're seeing Owen Forbes, who injured that hamstring, making a break at Allianz Stadium, Twickenham. So it's a pretty legendary way to go out of a match, but unfortunately you are out. He is out of it at the moment.
Yeah, I think the fact that he was able to be here and play as long as he did and as well he did, he'll be pleased with that.
Some numbers here for Dame Allianz, and they make the break as well. Jones takes this on, the fullback. Lovely breakout. So far, so steady from Dame Allianz. They've made precious few errors up to this point. They knock it on now, but it's been a very tidy first 20.
Yeah, I think the bravery there from Dame Allen again to run the ball out from their zone, you know, easy then to kick and hand possession back to their opponents, but the bravery to fly down the left, another brilliant bit of skill with the offload, but unfortunately turned the ball over. It's high risk versus high reward.
Crouch. Well side, boys. Bind. Set. 12.
Henry Hollingsworth on at scrum half. Digs it out. Coveney, though, doesn't take it cleanly. Dame Allianz will get the scrum.
Yeah, I'll be gutted with that error in there. I think that's one of those where as a player you've got so many different options that you're thinking what next, and actually it's just the basics. Before that they did well to get it out that scrum. It was under a lot of pressure going backwards, but the pressure he was under there from that open side chasing him, just got in his eye line.
I think this will be a big test for Maidstone. You know, they've had a couple of opportunities deep in Dame Allen territory, haven't converted, so now they've got to hang in here, not get frustrated, and stay in this game.
I feel I've had my full diva moment. I requested a cap because it's a glorious sun and just have been delivered. So
It has arrived.
yeah.
A Red Roses cap, no less, as well, Cap Merchant.
Diva time. Don't worry, there's fun for you too.
Bite.
Just going to take the vitamin D while I can get it for now.
Set.
What a day. Great scrum as well. Jones, the first receiver here, the fullback, and now they wrap round, and Dame Allen's bursting through with Will Graham. Great carry from the 8.
Counter.
And Maidstone's Jacklers with the counter, and they have robbed Dame Allen's there. A precious penalty to get against Dame Allen's.
How difficult is Will Graham to tackle though? He's such a strong runner whenever he makes those line breaks.
And quick, and I think that's the bit that surprised me. He's a big fella, but he got through and then accelerated.
That's exactly why Ireland under-18s have interested in him, and he can't play and go to their camp because of this match today. School's understandably, rightly taking priority for him. How about the shape to this spiral from Ewan Coveney, taken by Max Jones. Here goes Graham again. Spun away by Cartmel, also on at scrum half in the 19 shirt. And Brett's seen some good space in behind. Coveney with the calmness. And he's hit that perfectly.
Some brilliant bits of skill there. We saw a lovely spiral under pressure, well dealt with by the fullback as well. Some good rugby on both sides, and then a brilliant exit kick there.
There you go, Max Jones, to take an incredible high ball, and none other than the England fullback is giving you praise. So that's a moment for him for the highlights reel.
How much harder is a spiral to take, Freddie, if you were to put it in a clinical percentage terms? Not that rugby should ever be boiled down to that.
I would honestly describe it as a different skill. I think the spiral, the ball is moving, it moves late, you've got to keep your feet moving, you've got to constantly watch the ball. It's a different skill, and I mean, he made it look easy there. Made it look easier than I probably would, taking it on his knees. But yeah, it's a beautiful bit of skill.
As I played a fun touch game, and Freddie was in my team, and they started the game off with the ball coming out of a cannon, and I made it very clear straight from the start, Freddie, you are catching every single one of these. I'm going nowhere near them. I'm retired a long time. And you did get, I think, nearly every single one. So there we go.
When you're having attacking kicks, just players need to retreat because they're not retreating actually. Yeah, that was for you.
Also in the sun, like this, like high balls in the sun are a nightmare. We talk about in swirling winds and raining, and they're horrible to predict, but actually you just get the sun in your eyes, it can be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, and it only takes you to lose the ball for a millisecond in that sun. It changes everything, you know. It's just the smallest bit can have a massive impact, but both sides are dealing with it brilliantly at the minute.
Time on!
Archie Roberts with the line out. There was a challenge. There was a drift on that ball, but it's allowed to play on. Here goes Tom Lewis.
No,
one half of Dame Allan's peroxide kids that lit up the semi-final in Aylesbury. And Tom Lewis was the man of the match for his school as well in that performance. His coach gave him the award. It wasn't our one that we gave to him, but the coach made sure that he got that. I think you selected Louis Ratman's cat 10 days ago.
He had an awesome game.
Line's yours, Red. Allan.
It's a big opportunity now for Maidstone. They've been close but haven't converted. They get another opportunity now just on the 22, so a try here would be huge as we get towards the end of the first half.
Once they start scoring as well, Maidstone tend to add a few more on top of things. A momentum side, if ever there was one. Big breakout here. Just held back by Maidstone. That was important. There was 40 metres or so of Twickenham grass to run into. And there's numbers here, a lot of them for Dame Allan's. If it can get along the line, here goes the blindside flanker Lewis. Cartmel. Brathwaite. Back in the pocket. And Maidstone wisely having two players in the backfield. Will Andrews this is.
Keep retreating, Blue. Yeah, out.
Eddie Brett. Little jinkle, lovely. Step to do Will Andrews.
Blue.
Coming on is Ian Mia in the blank jersey. Lovely hands for a prop, Ian Mia, but that was his day job in action, trying to barge Maidstone players out the way, but again, it's Dame Allan's error.
Yeah, again, some brilliant defence from Maidstone. They're staying very patient, waiting for the opportunity to spring.
Well,
and
have a look at that red loose head as he goes in.
good bit of pressure on the ruck, straight through onto the 9 and forces the knock on.
A bit longer, about 9. Crouch. Bite.
So much blindside space for Maidstone here.
Set.
Off the side of this scrum. It's just Magnus Boxer who is to the left of it, so they go to the right. Coveney has put a little too much on that one.
Yeah, he was trying to get as much distance as he can, but just overcooked that one, unfortunately, for him and his side.
Use the edge there, Blue. Edge is yours.
I don't know what you thought, Kat, but if I was this blindside winger here, I'd be licking my lips at a one-on-one in 15-20 metres of space, so that might be something Maidstone see next time they have a scrum there.
Oh, absolutely, and he's got absolute gas as well. He's a flyer, so he would have been wanting that for sure.
Layman's question, but does Twickenham make you faster?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, double that.
It does.
Graham, what a pass. Ratmond will see his space here. Louis Ratmond swerves and goes, and he'll score at Allianz Stadium. Once again, it's Dame Allan's left winger who breaks through the opposition. A scorching try from Louis Ratmond.
Does Twickenham make you quicker? Yes, yes it does. That was absolutely rapid. A great line in there as well, out to in. Really great speed, fantastic finish, and what a time to do it.
I mean, the line and the finish is brilliant, but what about the pass? From your number 8 to produce a bit of skill like that at the line on his left hand. Unbelievable.
That flat pass, it's a dream for a winger to just get the ball beats the player. You just have to hit onto it, and that was an absolute dream. And as you said, yeah, fantastic pass from the 8 there.
Yes.
Slotted right through, so Dame Allan's make it all 7, and they double their money in the under-18 Vase final. 14 points to 0 against Maidstone Grammar School.
Yeah, such a lovely play from them. And here it is again, that flat pass. Look at it, just beats the defence, but that step back inside as well. Absolutely beautiful to watch.
You know it's a good pass when the player run onto it does not have to break stride. He just floats it perfectly in front of him, and he can catch it at full tilt and just split the hole.
Maidstone Grammar will get this line out here. 5 minutes or just a little bit under that to play until half-time. And they won't be too worried. Maidstone Grammar School, they were 14 points to 0 down in the first half against Reeds, and they came back from that. And their coach this week used some revealing insight as to how they approach it. He said there's a blessing to conceding early on because you've got the rest of the match to make it back. You don't want to be conceding at the end of it when the time's run out, and there's plenty of time here for Maidstone Grammar. Looking to get straight back into things though. Dame Allan's, they are tooled up in defence today. Here's Holroyd. Griever comes round the corner.
Advances penalty.
Now this is Kiros Alexander. Penalty comes, might have a shot on goal if they want it. Coveney and Carter Breach are hatching something else. Holroyd again. Slender frame for a number 8, but he uses every ounce of his body to career around the place. Aravind gets it away. Here's Ollie Court, about the only member of this team that doesn't have a sub-11 100 metres, the big number 1. Up to the line they go, over to the backs here. Coveney takes it to the line, just chose to take it on himself. Braithwaite's. Caught again. Dame Allan's were well prepared for his charge. Here's Breach.
Hands away, 5!
Rory Cartmel waiting, letting the forwards have this for now. Now it's up to Coveney. Andrews has to reach for it and just can shove it on, and well, that was
in line with me, just in field a bit, Callum.
Advantage which was heaven sent, because Dame Allianz were away.
Some of the defence from Dame Allianz is brutal. It's so hard as Maidstone when you're running into brick walls and you're slowing your ball down and you're going. It takes so much energy. They've come back for the penalty, but I mean, to keep them out for that many phases that close to the line is brilliant, and some big hits as well.
Edge is yours, Red.
So our clock is not synced to the referees, but it's a guide, so maybe a minute, maybe a little bit more than that for Maidstone Grammar before the half is out. Kiros Alexander. Good taken without the lift needed.
Stand by blue for me, mate.
Well, Dame Allianz have once again won it back. Really important turnover for them.
First of all, they didn't hit the big one, and second of all,
I think for me, defence tells you a huge part about your mentality, and Dame Allianz, they're defending for their lives. You can see how much this means to them. It's proper body on the line stuff. Big occasion, and they've risen to it.
Well, as you were making your way up from studio, the very first kick-off, Maidstone, so Dame Allianz had a huge amount of pressure defensively, and they've carried that through this entire half.
As beginnings to matches go, that was the biggest kind of statement you could possibly make.
Bite. Set.
Dame Allianz scrum. So Graham picks and goes. He's stopped in his tracks. Watson, the open side, tries to whip it away. He's not back. Here go Maidstone. Maybe scoring.
Are you okay?
But not quite.
Do you need a minute?
The referee, I think, might have had an injury here. Says he's limping.
just seen a knock on in the build-up, so it's a scrum away. No, I'll be okay, thank you.
So let's see if we can see this knock on in the build-up here. Just on the floor.
There's your mark.
Time off.
Yeah, it's just passing these. Time on.
So the referee's shaken off that niggle.
Bite.
Just got to get to half-time for him now.
Set.
To stretch it off.
There was a good bit of back and forth in the crowd there. I think the Maidstone fans celebrated that as if they'd scored, and then a big jeer from the Dame Allen crowd as it was disallowed.
We experienced that, didn't we, in the semi-finals at Aylesbury? There was a lot of fan back and forth, and we were right in the thick of it. This side we're safe. We're over the other side from the fans.
Still time here for Maidstone. Jenna to throw in. Holroyd at the front. Morawski bounces off the first Dame Allen's defender. Hollingsworth. Holroyd standing start, but he still makes grounds. But Watson's all over him. Gives the penalty away. Aravin stands over it.
Red, hands beyond.
Or Hollingsworth, rather. Dame Allen's spacing out. So where does Holroyd and Maidstone Grammar go? It's Morawski at speed. Over the line, but then pushed back. Hollingsworth just lifts it off the floor. Maidstone are there. Just as the half-time whistle beckons. They get their first try in the final.
Really important timing for them just before half-time to come away with something, because they've been throwing everything at it and so far have been frustrated. So a great time for them to score there, and Morawski being the one of that initial hard runner.
Yeah, I think the tap and go play was really nice. They opted to go out the back, which you don't often see. Usually you get that big abrasive carry, shifted the attack and then opened up a nice hole for the try.
Yes, mate.
They reduce the job by half. Knocked over by fly half Ewan Coveney. Maidstone Grammar send the scarfs into the air at half-time. They're now in the Vase final, good and proper. 5 minutes now for both teams to think about things. They'll stay out on the pitch. We will go down pitch side very shortly. Great first half, Kat and Freddie.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams really going at it, and I tell you what,
When we
we've seen comebacks. So I think the second half is going to be a real amazing second half.
Yeah, I think the theme of that was just some phenomenal defence. You know, when it's a final, you know it's going to be tight. There's a lot of motion from either side, but the way both teams have defended either side of the ball has been excellent. We're going to be in for a cracker second half.
So both teams take their position in the shade at Allianz Stadium as the sun really beats down on the green grass, and we have time to now go down to pitch side and speak to the boys.
So half-time in the Continental Tyres Schools Cup Under-18 Vase final, and it is Dame Allianz who've got the better of Maidstone Grammar by 14 points to 7. A brilliant score from Maidstone right on the stroke of half-time means we have got a heck of a final on our hands. What a game!
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about who could come out there first, and it was Dame Allan, definitely. They've controlled really that first half. And we talk a lot in this sport about momentum, and that little try at the end, a couple of penalties by Dame Allan, giving them the opportunity. Like the line out for Maidstone just hasn't really functioned. So, you know, they had one penalty, went to the corner, turned over the line out, whereas second time, quick tap, got into the rhythm of their play, and then they got over just before half time, which were they're going into that into the sheds with a completely different mindset now, having got that 7 points at the end. So watch out second half.
Absolutely. Both sides backed by vociferous support here as well. Really good battle going on in the stands. Really good battle going on the pitch as well. We've had a bit of everything. We've had unfortunate injuries. We've had a yellow card. We've had some scintillating scores, some booming touchline conversions. Talk us through a couple of the individuals potentially that have caught your eye.
Yeah, look, I think there's obviously Charlie Forrester for me has stood out on the Dame Allan side. I think Orange Swatton, the try that they scored, we talked about first phases and having that ability to lay your best markers down. They scored an unbelievable first phase try, all about the centre taking it to the line, a long flat miss ball to Louis Ratmund who ran it in from there, and then he obviously knocked a touchline goal kick over first, and then he converted his own try. So yeah, he started with that massive hit on Alex Morawski, I hope I pronounced it right, who's the hooker. I mean, he is wearing a pink headguard, so for a hooker, very brave call, and he got absolutely buried. But then he's been very good for Maidstone, bounced back, a couple of big carries. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting who can have the biggest first 10 minutes when they come out in the second half, because it's up in the air at the moment.
It's worth saying as well that we've been to this occasion on a few occasions now, and we have seen in the past some players take the field and it's a bit overwhelming. Not just this game, but the earlier game as well in the Ace Girls League final. Everyone looks so calm and so in control. I mean, they're all obviously at school, but almost the levels of professionalism are so impressive.
Well, I think they're better. We talked about how much youth can help you in this side, in the fact that you don't really worry about it. And, you know, ultimately the pitch is the same size as you always play on. You've just got to go out there and do the things you do week in, week out and enjoy it. And at the looks of it at the moment, they seem to be grasping that.
Right too. So just you've touched on it briefly. Just first 10 minutes obviously essential, and just keep the belief, keep the faith, keep to the game plan for these two.
Yeah, I think if I if I was Maidstone, if I hadn't have scored that, it's a tough half-time speech because nothing's really gone right for them. Their set piece hasn't really worked in terms of line-outs. So that's going to lift them, and hopefully they can now get into the game. They need to just execute a bit better.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm having Dave Allen's chat, I'm just saying more of the same. Their offloading game is working really well. They've stolen a few line-outs. Keep on that, and you know, they'll hope to do more of the same.
Great stuff. 7 the difference at half-time. It's anybody's final. Let's hand you back to Kat, to Freddie, and to Jack.
Thanks, everybody. Yes, welcome back. We are ready to go. Maidstone Grammar kicking off. And Ewan Coveney with just what the doctor ordered before half-time for Maidstone. That try, making it a 7-point ball game as we start the next 35 minutes. 35 glorious minutes for these schoolboys, rounding off their careers at both schools. And this is the best way to go out. One of them's going to go out with the Vase at the end of it all. Shipping it on. Jones in the ruck, the number 6. A busy first half for him. Outside centre, Oren Swatton. Ratmond sends Maidstone's backfield defence scrambling. Will Andrews has done well to get to it quickly. He's got to take on Jones here, and does well to then keep it alive. Hollingsworth in support, with Aravind also back on the scrum half. Kyros Alexander has placed it as far back as he can. He's just about ensured his team will keep it. Stutter from Brett. Oh, lovely feet again from the fly half. Now Ratman drops it. Still probably looking at the fast feet of his fly half. That was lovely stuff.
Let's get those break foots on. Scrum, isn't it? Scrum.
There's a couple of times now we've seen some flashy feet from the fly half. There's a few ankle breakers he's put out there today. Dangerous with the ball in hand.
Well, the Brett twins together on the field, which is a fine moment for them and their family, no doubt. But spare a thought for Henry, who is their elder brother, who played with them last season in the same team, but too old to be part of this year's squad. Watching on from the sidelines.
Set.
Aravind. Big long pass into the centre of the field. Carter Breach takes it and then pops it sideways.
96.
Good zip on that from Aravind. Coveney, a little too low for that to be taken, and Dame Allen's have the advantage here. They kick this forward. In the hunt was Swatton. Advantage played, and Maidstone can go, and Holroyd doesn't need a second invitation for that. Nat Jenkins. Aravind. If they can ship this along to the right-hand side, there's a lot of space here, and bursting through the gap goes Danny Sayers. Sayers can see the line here. Sayers will go all the way home. Maidstone Grammar School exploding into life at the start of the second half.
Yeah, you can sense the level of intensity that's gone up. You know, both teams have come out flying in the second half. Similar to the Dame Allen try we saw in the first half, the third team with a fantastic break and the speed to not just beat one but beat two and finish in the corner.
Yeah, and what I liked was they went from one side of the pitch right the way to the other. They had numbers on the outside, which is why Sears was able to just pin his ears back and go there, but showing absolute gas to go the whole way.
It's how they've rolled this season, and they've waited until the 38th minute to unfurl the Maidstone banner.
Nope.
Coveney can't send that through the post. No problem with the distance. They are in their groove now, Maidstone. Their purple patch, the flow state that they acquired in the semi-final.
Rugby just turns around so quickly, doesn't it? Just before half-time it was 14-0, and now they've closed that deficit to just 2 points.
I think that highlights that conversion early on from Dame Allan right from the touchline. It's the difference. We said it might be important. Well, at the minute, it's keeping the two sides apart.
Ratman kicks off. Dame Allan's head coach this week, he said this would be a character test for his team between this Maidstone grammar school side who never know when they're down or when they're beaten. They just keep on playing.
Still alive, mate.
I like the little chip through there, but just not able to keep it in. I think he wanted to obviously pull that infield for his teammates to run onto, but just hit his boot awkwardly and ended up going straight out.
Yeah, it's a brilliant option. It's just the bounce of the ball on another day. If that skittles in and pops into his hands, we could be looking at a try.
To the back, and Respecki, number 17, on at half-time for Maidstone Grammar. Into contact goes Gethins. It's ripped, and it's Graham, and he barges 3 Maidstone players out the way before being felled. Brett chips over, oh, it's charged down effectively. Or is it?
Tried to catch it, he's dropped it.
Dangerous, isn't it, when you're thinking about how fast these Maidstone Grammar players are, the risk of either that intercept or getting the ball into their hands. But Will Graham, again, he has been everywhere this game. He's such a strong carrier. Takes 3 players to get him down. There's the rip, and then the ability to go around, bounces one, takes 2 more to tackle him. Teammates do really well, though, to come and do that clear out, because he did get a little bit isolated there, so great support.
Fred, he might be someone you'll come across soon in your career, because he's very thought of highly by the Newcastle Red Bulls. They're transitioning him to become a hooker as well, so watch out in years to come.
I'm not looking forward to that day when it comes. Yeah, I might be another one he's going to run over.
Good miss pass. Here comes the blind side. Lewis, always at speed. Keeps it alive as well. Ratman. Can't melt the scrum half. Good position this. But Jones has gone and picked up the ball all the way back, and Maidstone see the chance. Forwards arrive quickly. Cartmel keeps it alive. Might be a chance for Court to kick it forward. Still with Dame Allan's.
You're going backwards and backwards, though.
And so Brett off the left boot.
Take him back.
Well watched by Maidstone. Magnus boxer. But Ratman's got in on the ball here. This is an arm wrestle.
It's a really smart kick there. Obviously losing a bit of momentum. Found a bit of grass and make Maidstone play out.
Carry from Charlie Kidd, who's on in this final now as well, wearing 18. Lifted onto Braithwaite. Murawski. His eyes lighting up whenever there's a loose ball. And so too the Maidstone forwards with Gethins. Trying to be as direct as possible. And making inroads, doing it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Back in Dame Allan's hands. Good turnover. Onto the edge. Lewis takes up the space and can't find Ratman. Cartmel. Here's Iron Mia.
No, Blue. Good choice.
Carry goes round Alexander. Brett. Blue line comes up quickly. Might be a knock-on from Maidstone, but they're going to get it anyway. The referee waves play on. Dame Allen's get it back. Fast and loose now.
Regathered. He regathered.
Watson breaks off from the first challenge.
Easy, guys.
Back to Max Jones.
Wait, no! Red!
And everything breaking up a little in the sun in the second half at Allianz Stadium. Lovely chip over. Maidstone with their tails up and kicking long. It's going to run out of play. Useful kick it was, though, by Coveney.
It's a brilliant bit of skill, that chip and chase, to have the delicacy to just nudge it and be able to catch it without breaking stride, and then the pass over the top. Beautiful bit of skill and another kick to pin him in.
This is pure Freddie Stewart, isn't it, from Will Andrews?
It is. It's timing it just so if you put too much height on it, you give time for the defence to get across, but that was just perfectly timed and weighted so he could hit it, as Freddie said, not breaking a stride. Great bit of skill.
On a set-piece position it's given to Maidstone. It's a good one, but of course Dame Allen's ball.
Red, wait in front!
Now they'll get it back on their side.
Yeah, it's a brilliant bit of pressure from Maidstone. The one thing you want to do when the opposition are trying to exit is put as much pressure on them as possible. And you see they're almost charging him down, forcing that big high kick, and not many metres exited.
So yeah, that was that pressure. Two players, not just one but two, really chasing it down.
Jenner's line out and quickly into the midfield with Breach. Now that's knocked on though by Maidstone.
Yeah, unfortunate error crept in there to their game, because they did feel like they've got that intensity coming into it, but still not a comfortable position to play out of here for Dame Allianz. Yeah, just an attempt to keep the ball alive, isn't it? To go those offloads, which are higher risk, and sometimes you can, if you're not expecting them, end up with a knock-on.
Victor Ospecki's going to be having words there, isn't he, with his centre after the match. I could have been in.
Set!
Yeah.
Good scrum from Maidstone. Graham, though, picks away and makes the best of the situation.
Outside.
Ratmond, three
Wait in front, Red!
Maidstone players putting pressure on him. It goes in field. This might be dangerous with Andrews coming to the line, and then the try scorer whose searing speed we saw earlier, Danny Sayers. Fintan Aravind.
Yeah, good turnover.
Turnover by Dame Allianz. Plenty of those in this match. It's been a great contest at the breakdown.
Wait! Good.
Brett comes up quickly on Coveney, so he changes his mind. The reception party of Maidstone players there again.
Dame Allen are they just can't get out at the minute. It's just wave after wave of Maidstone pressure. They're desperate for a Maidstone mistake to try and get that ball further up the field.
Red, stop! Retreat!
You can't stop the length of Louis Ratman's kicking, but they're at least trying to influence it somewhat. Coveney replies in kind. Great skills here from Brett again. The fly half. Alexander's over the ball here. Caught now.
The ball on the right. This player.
Yeah, so he's desperate to get that turnover, but put his hands in the act of it, so he's done so illegally, and now Dame Allen can relieve just a little bit of pressure, as they've been stuck in that half for a long time now.
Yes, exactly what Dame Allen would have wanted. Discipline error from Maidstone, just allowing them now to push into that 22.
Edge is yours, Blue. Edge.
Dame Allianz having definitely weathered the attacking storm of Maidstone Grammar School. Stunted that momentum that was building after the last try. And now with a chance of their own making. Line out goes long though. Morawski goes through. Morawski. Maidstone fans cheering him forward, and they do the same for Kiros Alexander. Coveney. Change of direction to push this deeper. Back is Charlie Kidd.
High tackle, dipping.
Penalty only, mate, yeah.
Penalty
There we
only,
go. So
dipping.
it is high, but because the player's dipping as he's receiving it, it's penalty only for that one, which the crowd don't seem to like, but very what he was dropping as he was catching it.
Yeah, it's a really nice kick, really difficult one to deal with for the winger in the 15 with a bouncing ball in behind them, but bit of discipline on the chase just lets them off. I think the hooker might be the quickest hooker I've ever seen. The speed of a winger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right up there.
Morawski, he's brilliant, isn't
Edge is
he?
yours here.
Alex Morawski. Run plenty of meters today. Charlie Kidd, though, the winger for Dame Allianz, living out his best life. He's usually a lock forward for the team, but he's been playing wing in and out over the last 2 months. He scored a try on the wing in the semi-final. He's at Twickenham now as a winger. Something to dine out on forever.
I think there might be one of a kind that you don't get many second rows that can play on the wing, so fair play to him.
We'll be looking for an opportunity in the next breaking play.
Say that again, Graham.
Waiting for the next breaking play. Okay, for subs.
Crouch.
Still a 2-point ball game as
Sets.
both sets of forwards packed down again. Vinton Aravint loops it into Carter Breach's path. Breach crosses the gain line and then slips it on. Good meters made. Coveney doesn't have much of a shapely backline to his right, so has to take it on himself.
Okay, off feet now, red, ball lost.
Risking the wrath of Jack Watson, the open side for Dame Allianz. His Holroyd at speed. Caught likewise, but the skills just not quite seeing where the players were next to him.
Substitutes at this line out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I love the speed that Maidstone are playing. I think the scrum half is very quick to the ball and he's whipping it away and floating it up for the players to run onto. Just a bit of an error on the left-hand side.
Blue 16, 17, 18, 19.
Blue 16, 17, 18 and 19.
But I don't know if you fancy the half-game rule at international level ever. It means you have fewer substitutes, but everyone has to play a half, and therefore you get this rolling element.
Yeah, I think a few lads, I think the front row in particular, would be nice to have a bit of a breather. But no, definitely something that could come in potentially. I could get behind that.
Yeah, especially in kids rugby and, you know, right up to under 18s, I think it's a really important rule because they're the ones who are training, they're showing up, they're doing it. Why shouldn't they get decent game time? And how do you improve if you're not a starter? Well, you get game time. So I'm a fan of it.
4-man, there you go, there's your call. All the water's off, mate. Okay, time on.
Short line out from Ian Mia, who won the ball into Graham's path. Big kick from Brett's left boot. That's Ratman-like. Sends Maidstone scuttling back. Good breakthrough by Cameron Jennings. Ollie Courts. Really clever pass from the loosehead prop. Biggest man in Maidstone's ranks, but he drew them in and then passed it on to others. Ratman is back here. Jones likewise. Max Jones almost away, but he's tackled well by Sayers.
It's a really difficult position for the 15 to be in there. He actually covers the grass brilliantly and gets there, but it's the chase from Maidstone again, the hunger to get there and put him in touch.
Yeah, Sayers already showed his gas for his try earlier on, but then this one just covers. He's got him in sight. He's got great angle on the hip, so he's only ever gonna push him out there.
Long way over the line out. Coveney does get it. Then Breach into Jones. Makes yards against the fullback. Jones has got it back though. Or rather, Tom Lewis. Difficult to tell as they both have the Bruno Guimaraes peroxide hair. Henry Pollock hair in rugby terms. But as they're from the north, I think they're taking a little more inspiration from Newcastle United. Charge down. Jones gets it back. And he's found himself in open space here. Oh, big hit here. Sending Dame Allianz backwards.
He's got the ball.
And the penalty comes from.
Talked about it earlier, just the pressure on Dame Allen to exit. You know, every time they kick the ball, they've got navy blue shirts in front of them, putting pressure on them, and then we see a huge hit and some brilliant breakdown pressure.
So Maidstone now 5 metres out. They've had several clever line-outs work where they've stayed down, but you don't expect that one is going to be the call now. It's to the back, it's Holroyd, he flies into the air and then they peel round as well. Breach takes it on. Aravind flips it away into James Allen's hands. They can still play it. The Dame Allen's defence tested again, holding firm right now and staying disciplined. Aravind, Morawski. Both of his legs have to be taken early. Caught over the line. Allan. Watson's in there. He's just about kept away from it, the Dame Allen's open side.
Ball is available.
Holroyd.
No,
Watson goes again. Steadily they go forward, the Maidstone Grammar.
Hands up, Reds! Hands up, Reds! 2.
Holroyd again.
Penalty.
They have this advantage. Dame Allen's trying to turn them and keep it back. Aravind. It's now out to Breach. He knocks it on as he dives for the line.
Advantage coming. 2 never on. 2 never
It's
onside.
a big moment, massive moment. But Maidstone come back for the penalty, which means Breach gets away with that one.
Aravind quickly over to Holroyd. He pulls it back. This is Ewan Coveney, who sees a shaft of light at Twickenham and dives through to score.
Yeah, real quality player at fly half. He can really read the game well. He's been asking questions, definitely, and that loop around play there, picking his gap, absolutely timed to perfection.
Yeah, we saw a tap and go play from Maidstone in the first half, something similar there, the way they just send a hard runner, flick it out the back and it opens up the hole for the fly half. Definitely something they've practiced in the training ground, this one. See the Maidstone fans in raptures over there. They've got the banner back out.
Coveney to try to make the difference. 5 points. Off the post and in from Ewan Coveney.
So often you see it when it hits the post, it goes the other way. So fantastic for him for that one to come through for a Maidstone perspective. And you mentioned their coach saying they don't mind going behind because they've got the confidence to come back, and they've really turned it around at the end of that first half and the second half as well.
Maidstone Grammar in front with 10 minutes to play, 19-14 against Dame Allan School. In the under-18 Vase final, now they've put it down 5 metres from their line. Dame Allan's instantly with a chance to hit back.
There you go.
Sometimes when you just kick them really deep like that, you're expecting them to kick back, and then the benefit for Dame Allan is capitalising on that error now, because from being scored against, they've now got a scrum 5 metre, which is just perfect attacking platform.
Yeah, I don't know, there was a bit of confusion there, sort of 2 bodies around the ball, might have just thrown him off with that catch, but now you got Dame Allan's with a massive opportunity, 5 out.
Crouch. Bite. Set.
George Brett feeds the scrum for Dame Allan's.
Down on the side, mate, down on the side.
Will Graham, it is his kind of territory.
Maybe just take them towards you a little bit further. Both slip.
Come here, guys. Scrum at your height, you can maintain both of you.
Tell you what, we're in for a cracker of a finish. 5-point game with about 10 minutes to go. This is going to be grandstand.
Crouch.
The ball fed into the scrum. George Brett lets Will Graham go. Graham taken down.
Arrive up, Red!
Archie Roberts.
Hands
James
up,
Allan.
3.
And they go again, and they're working this nicely towards the line. Graham again, he's got that. Just what Dame Allan's needed, just the man to deliver it. Will Graham on the scoreboard in the final.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic game so far on both sides of the ball. He's a big unit, and you need 3 or 4 bodies to stop him from that far out. It's a great finish.
And Jack, you said this was his type of territory, didn't you? And you called it, because he just loves that type of play, those strong carries that he has, and he's absolutely in his element when he gets that one.
Allianz Stadium even sounded the alarm that he had the ball.
Yeah, fair play to the players on that, because that's pretty distracting, and to be able to just nail it anyway.
They're back in front. Dame Allan School, 21 points to 19 now. It's Louis Ratmond on target.
So here we can see they're making it very clear who's coming in on that ball, and Graham is the one.
Brett straight into it, off and running goes the fly half. He's broken free. Important tackle on him. He was eyeing up the backfield with relish. Ratmond. No real challenge on his kicks now. Maidstone Grammar unable to affect the same kind of pressure. But having to chase the game again. The 50-22 was on. It bounced just short of that.
Blue, edge is yours. Blue, edge is yours, guys. Blue, edge. Time off.
Player down with cramp, so referee just scores times off, but they are very hot on the under-18s, keeping things moving quickly, keeping clock running, so they'll want to get that going. So referee confirms time is off.
I think it's a smart kick from Maidstone. They don't want to be guilty of chasing this game too early. It's only a 3-point margin. There's plenty of time left on the clock, so smart decision making. Got to keep the ball down that end and try and force a turnover and give them an opportunity to win this game.
It's a little more hands on hips than scarves in the air for Maidstone at the moment, but Dame Allan's conversely reflecting the same feelings, I think.
Now, guys.
2 points the difference, nerves on both sides.
Left in the game. 7.5 to go.
There's 7.5 minutes left on the ref's clock.
Yes. Hooker. Yeah. Okay. Time on.
Charlie Kidd has a lock forward this time, winning that line out. Here's Graham barging and dishing up the roughshod treatment.
Okay. Red,
Brett keeps it low, bounces off Coveney's chest, and no linesman or referee close enough to say otherwise, so we play on.
Pink scrum gap.
Jones picks off the first defender, or tries to, but gets caught.
Another great take from him, though.
Ratmond,
All in front, retreat.
who's kicking right now,
retreat.
is the difference between the two teams, as Will Andrews goes away and tries to keep it alive, and there's a knock on there. And Freddie Stewart, will have to say goodbye to you for the moment, but we'll speak to you pitch side afterwards.
Speak to you then.
Thanks very much for your time.
Time off. All good, 15.
Cat, we didn't even get to talk to Freddie about his nickname, Freddie Student.
We didn't know, but let's talk behind his back. Yeah, so why was he called that?
Off, let's go.
From his school days, we understand, but we don't know exactly why. Either for his diligence or it's an ironic nickname.
I think what's always great to hear is when it's current England players or players like myself who used to play for youngsters coming through. Everyone feels the same. So him even, I know he's joking about Will Graham, we want to tackle him, but there are those moments, even these elite players who are playing at the highest level, you still have moments like that. So it's completely normal, and youngsters coming through can look up to that and understand it as well.
Dame Allan scrum, and they whip it across into the midfield. Here comes Tom Lewis, making the number for Ratmond.
No blue, ball lost.
11 points in this final for the left winger for Dame Allan's. Graham. 3 minutes to play. Our clock, a little more of a guide. The stadium clock is showing less time than we're seeing. And the all-important one is the referee, so it's not exactly 3 minutes, it's more there or thereabouts, so let's all bear that in mind. Graham. Lewis puts his head down. Good tackling from Nat Geffins. Maidstone penalty.
Yeah, they've done enough, and they just to put pressure on going that ball, and then it was Dame Allan's end up going off their feet and giving that penalty away.
Use the halfway, Rich. Use the halfway, Red.
And Tom Lewis does work really hard out wide, doesn't he? As a back rower, he gets himself out into those wide channels. He fights really hard, but then there's just a hand in there enough, and then it's this one just comes in and goes off feet.
Jenner to the back. Morawski takes it. That wasn't meant to happen, but it works out for Maidstone. Fintan Aravind. Coveney. Oh, it's dropped by Will Andrews. Dame Allan's onto this. Going back, goes foreshore. It's a race for the line here. Just one Dame Allan's player in the hunt. 4 Maidstone players. And they shut it down and try to run it out. And do so successfully up to the 22. Super play from Cameron Jennings. Gap spotted by Geffins. And they're running this from deep, 80 metres from where they want to be. And Dame Allan's try line, or of course a drop goal. Morawski juggles with it, upended. Dame Allan's reverting to the ironclad defence they started this match with. Andrews has kicked this out, and it'll be a Dame Allan's line out.
Take him back, yeah, take him back.
Yeah, take him back in. You could even hear the kids outside him shouting no, because also when there's only a few minutes left, you want to keep the ball. 3 minutes, there you go. That's what referee's got left on the clock, so not long. They've got to throw everything at it, and you have to say, if Dame Allan can get a score here, then that could be the end of it.
Line out in the middle, not straight.
Maidstone can breathe a sigh of relief just for now, because they are only those 2 points behind.
Yeah, they did compete. They competed in front. 2.5 to go. Crouch. Bite. Set.
How is Maidstone's scrum? It's good enough. Carter breach. No other plan than for him to beat a player one-on-one, and he does it. Coveney. Good speed on this, again from Jennings. Held up by Ratman, though. Those arms wrap around Cameron Jennings. He does win it back. Geffins. Coveney. Every way he turns, there's a Dame Allan's player.
Right. Contact above the sternum, 5 reds.
High tackle there. Just keeping Maidstone into this, keeping their hopes alive.
Just over a minute, guys. Just over a minute.
As you can hear, 1 minute to play in the under-18 Vase final. Maidstone Grammar still at it, still looking for the moment that might win them the Vase. Dame Allan's looking for the moment when those 60 seconds are up. The ball bouncing around here, this is important. They get possession, Dame Allan's. It's theirs.
You have plenty of time
to
left,
play
guys,
this out.
playing. There's still loads of time. Arrive up, Red!
Can Maidstone rip it back off them? They have done.
Oh, because you want to keep the ball for that full minute, but you don't have to go quickly. You can go really slowly, get your players in. If you do pick or go around the corner, you make sure you go in numbers. You cannot get isolated, so that's one of those they'll be absolutely gutted with.
On the 10. 10 is yours, Red.
Will Andrews make sure with the kick. Both teams' schools rugby careers comes down to this. Courts just can't get it away. It's not gone forward. It's recoverable for Maidstone. Dame Allan's almost working that. Here goes Nat Geffins. He's away. The open side. Loops it over. Maidstone on the rampage.
Roll away, 7.
Aravind. Holroyd. Dame Allan's trying to pinch the ball on the floor.
Play.
Aravind looks left and goes that way. Breach has it ripped out of his hands by the outside centre. Swatton, but a penalty.
Oh, big moment here. There's a lot of people pointing towards points, towards those posts.
That's it, guys. The tee is on, mate. The tee is on. Tee is on, guys. Tee is on.
There we go. Decisions made from tees on.
however high your heart rate is at home, it's not going to be as high as those Maidstone Grammar pupils in the stands. Maybe, just maybe, the coolest person at the moment is Ewan Coveney. Difficult angle.
It's a lot of pressure on a young lad.
30 metres from the posts. This to win the Vase final. Ewan Coveney from Maidstone Grammar School. He's sunk it. Maidstone Grammar School have won. The school which just don't know when it's over. That never really pay attention to the score. That play and play and play. And at the end of their season, at the end of 70 long minutes at Allianz Stadium, Maidstone Grammar will take home the Vase. An extraordinary tale.
Really well played, guys. Really well played. Really well played. Really well played.
And here's that kick again. What a moment for him to be able to slot that one over, and that's why he is my player of the match today, to take that and just the moments that make players and teams and how much it means to them. So absolutely, Ewan Coveney, he is the player of the match.
And Dame Allan's players, who stood still as time stood still for them, dealing with how that match has turned out. Well, what a team and what a side, and it's too early for them to feel better about this cap, but their season and the way they've played has been amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I honestly don't think there's much of a worse way to lose than watching a penalty go over, because there's nothing you can do about it, and there's so many shoulda, woulda, couldas, and it's the fantastic
Copy.
The fantastic thing about sport is that you have your moments of absolute elation and brilliance, and then you have the moments that crush you, but they'll come back stronger from it. You always learn from moments like this, even if they don't know it right now.
So both teams will soon be heading up to receive their medals and the trophy, and in the meantime we will go down pitch side after a stunning Vase final. Maidstone Grammar 22, Dame Allan Schools 21. Back to you, Alex.
Well, a fabulous stage has just had the most remarkable ending to the under-18 Vase final. It is huge congratulations to Maidstone Grammar School, who at the very death, what is it about this week and last gasp drama? Sorry, Fred, we don't need to talk too much about the first one, but well done, Maidstone. That is holding your nerve in the biggest of moments for these young men's lives. What a kick to win it.
Unbelievable. Ice in his veins. You could see the lads behind him. They weren't watching. All the pressure. I mean, I think he's written himself into schoolbook history. I think he'll get a standing ovation when he goes back tomorrow. What a kick, mate. What a kick.
You always say that you want to see someone make the kick to win it rather than miss the kick for another team to win it. But fair play. Not an easy kick at all. No. Stood up there, knocked it over. And he knew. Hadn't even gone through, and he's turned around and he's hugging his mates.
Take one step back, though. What a fabulous final. Both sides should walk off that pitch with their heads held high.
Yeah, 100%. There was, we talked about what Maidstone had to come out and do in the second half, and it started with like Danny Sayers, 13 with gas. There's not much you can do. He's just corner flagged and no one could catch him. So they came out, players stood up. They're going to be known as the comeback kids, Maidstone. They're obviously 14-0 down in the semi-final, came back and won it, and they've done it again here.
They have indeed. Just a word on the support as well. I mean, you talk about, Fred, the ability to walk into school assembly tomorrow having kicked a penalty goal from the touchline to win it for your school. Those are special moments for the players themselves, but for the schools as well. What a day out.
I think the fans earned that winner there today. I mean, they were brilliant the entire game. I mean, both teams were, but to see I mean, I even got a bit of goosebumps there. To see the celebrations and the scenes and the lads run over, it's what it's all about.
And just a word on Dame Allan, because it's a long way to come. They sang their hearts out in the stands, they played their hearts out on the pitch. That is bitterly difficult to swallow, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there'll definitely be frustrations going back. I thought they probably had the game in control for the most part, but in those key moments, Maidstone sort of had to make big plays, and they did. The penalty down the far ending. Then, in that last 5 minutes, the constant pressure just got them penalties and got them a shot, and they took that shot.
Well done on comms. Did you enjoy that?
I did. I enjoyed it.
Amazing how easy it is when you're looking down from on high rather than in amongst the melee.
I can see why the fans tell us off so much, because they go, well, just the space is there, just move the ball there. It makes it look easy from up there, not so much down on the pitch, but no, it was good fun.
What was it that impressed you, though, about both sides today in particular?
I think, for me, the defence, the hunger that Maidstone showed. There are a couple of times when Dame Allianz were exiting here and you had 3 lads charging the kick down, forcing errors, making a mess of every breakdown. You could sort of sense how much it means to them. And I think they deserve that win at the end.
And even at this level, the organisation and the tactics and the understanding of the game plan is leagues ahead, I'm going to say, of whenever it was 100 years ago that I played. You probably were a much higher level as a schoolboy, but there's some really impressive structures in place, understanding of what it is they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think that's the professional era for you, the quality of coaching, what the RFU do around those coaching badges, but also these schools now attract ex-pros or people who've played the game to a higher level, that you can actually start implementing those sort of structures and how to play it. We still want to see them play heads up, because that's what we need more of in the professional game, is people who go out there and will play what's in front of them, but you need those structures as well to get you from A to B.
What a special moment this is. It's commiserations to Dame Allianz, but this is a very, very special moment for Maidstone. And let's send you back to Jack for the trophy presentation.
Here they are, the heroes for the night from Maidstone Grammar School. And in winning this Vase trophy, they replicate the 2005 team who won the under-15 Vase. Now, their coach for that team, Martin Holmes, is still at the school 21 years later. He's watching on today as the under-18s do it for a second time for Maidstone Grammar School. And Ed Holroyd, their captain, their number 8, gets ready for the trophy lift. And this is a school which doesn't have one rugby training session timetabled as a grammar school, as a state school. It's all extracurricular clubs, all non-compulsory, all doing it because they want to be here. All for this moment. Maidstone Grammar School, the Continental Tyres under-18 Vase champions. They've had the type of season that should really have seen it ended by now, most probably. They lost 8 matches over the course of their 20 in the season. The cup run was something special, though. They found something else. The cohesion they had in the end was unstoppable. And Kat, I don't think we've seen a team for quite a few years that have become greater than the sum of their parts and done it time and time again, so much that you have to review your original thoughts on them when you first see them play, because they're a smaller team. They don't have exactly the same shape as others. They play a little more chaotically, but put it all together, it is an intoxicating mix. It's a Vase-winning mix.
Absolutely. It's the way that they play together and they make each other play better. Their link play, everything about they were just so up for it, and fair play to them to take it right on the last play of the game as well. You've got to have some confidence in yourself and your ability to be able to do that, but it's why I love sports so much. And when you're in the heat of things, the highs, the lows, when you lose a final it's terrible, when you win one it's incredible, but it is what it is all about. But both teams come in here having played how they did, can be so proud of themselves today.
This was a competition with so many worthy contenders. Maidstone Grammar School in Kent end it top of the tree. They have 3 teams, Kat, that they play with in the under-18s category, and they're looking to start a 4th team. Do you think they've got a chance next year in getting everyone at the school even more excited about the game?
Well, this is a way to do it, isn't it? To get people in and behind it.
We'll soon be going pitch side to speak to the Continental Tyres player of the match, Ewan Coveney. I don't know if he's going to be able to get any words out just yet, so I think those pitch side might need to get ready to speak for him for a while. But these are special scenes. The school day is not quite over, although I think we can forgive these boys for clocking off early. It's been some day to this point. Well, Ewan Coveney is ready for interviews. He is the Continental Tyres player of the match. Let's hear from him.
Well, cometh the man alongside Ewan Coveney, who has taken Maidstone to the under-18 Vase glory here in a sunny Allianz Stadium at the Continental Tyres Schools Cup Finals Day. Well done to you. First things first, let's deal with the kick, because everybody, boy or girl, who's ever played the game will at some point line up a kick at the post in the garden, or on a Monday night in the rain at the training ground, or at school when everyone else has gone home, and they will say to themselves, this kick to win the game. You have just lived that moment here at Allianz Stadium and nailed it. Talk us through firstly what was going through the mind when the penalty was given. Bit of deliberation, never in doubt.
So when the penalty was given, I was saying going forward because I'm cramping up, I couldn't take it, but the boys backed me. About 5 minutes before, Cam Jennings, number 11, he said to me, no matter what, you've got this, whatever, and that was just going through my head the whole time before the kick. So thanks to him especially, because I could hear the noise from there. There was no respecting the kicker going on. It was like playing in France, but yeah, unbelievable.
I love that. But your crowd was amazing. How much to have, what, 700 of your fellow schoolmates here cheering you on?
He had 700 schoolboys, and then I reckon 200 old Maidstonians come down, parents, family. It was unbelievable. We knew the atmosphere would be good. At Aylesbury in the semi-final, we had an unreal crowd, but that was 10 times the noise.
Is it hard? You talked about the comeback against Reed. Has that helped gel you? You've had tight matches. You had a tight match against Duke of York's Royal Military School as well. Have those hard, close games? Did you always believe you were in that game right to the end?
Yeah, I think we're 14-0 down today as well. Honestly, the togetherness of the boys, we get in that changing room before the game, everyone's emotional, nervous, come out on the pitch, all that goes out the window. just playing with pride, everything. Mr. Saunders drives that so well.
Ewan, tell me about the celebrations tonight, because I know that you're going to walk into school tomorrow as the man.
I might get a bit of trouble for this, but we're definitely going to the curry house. I think, I don't know, I think the headmaster's putting some money behind it. And then we'll go, those of us at 18, go to the pub, enjoy the night. And then I'm sure Friday will be even bigger.
Hashtag drink responsibly, everybody. It's a family show. I know a lot of kids are watching this, but you fully deserve it today, though. Can I just ask you about the cramp as well? Because you've nailed it here at Twickenham. You've won your school the cup. I fear you might go viral for lying down on your back in the royal box.
I mean, not many. I'm not sure. We'll have to check, but I don't reckon many people have ever done that. So you're setting first.
I mean, I was cramping the whole game. I came to take the kick. That's all out the window. I forgot about it. And then I'll get back up there. I'll go down with cramp. Try to get back up again. Cramp again. So yeah. Just knackered, lost for words, I don't know what to say.
Can I just ask you what it means to you and your school to represent on this pitch right here? What does it do for Maidstone and everything that the school is about and the rugby that
I don't think it's just once in a lifetime opportunity, it's a once in a generation opportunity. Like, our under-15s did it 21 years ago, but no Maidstone under-18s team's done it, so it's just amazing. I feel like the support from everyone in Maidstone was just unbelievable. We're on the KMFM, which is the Kent radio station before this, support behind us, so yeah, unbelievable.
And it's amazing what it might do for future generations. It changes the mindset at school as well. So, you know, once they've seen it happen, they believe it, and that can change a generation. So hopefully it won't be 21 years till the next one.
The headmaster's put his car behind the bar at the curry house, which is essential.
I'm heading to the curry house.
You. Yeah, exactly.
I'm in.
All form an orderly queue. Tell me about the setup, though, the coaches, the support that you've had to put this team where it's been today.
So Mr. Saunders is the main coach. He's been unbelievable. He came in 5 years ago as head of PE at our school, and the rugby program's completely transformed. We have Dave, whose son used to go to our school 5 years ago. He said he'd stopped coaching after he left, but he's still here. So it's really nice to have him there. Mr. Seymour, business and economics teacher, unbelievable rugby knowledge, comes in and helps us. He helps me with the kicks, so big up to him. And Rob, our physio, who helps us with all the injuries. I'm sure helping me out with cramp over there. So,
have you got double physics and geography tomorrow, or will they let you off? Have you got double physics and geography to go into tomorrow?
I don't do physics, I'm not smart enough for that.
Good. But you're back in school tomorrow, and this is just a moment to live and enjoy, or
I'm sure,
give me the morning off?
I'm not sure much work will be getting done tomorrow, that's for certain.
Quite right too. Listen, well done to you. What a remarkable day you must have had. Just a word from Fred, you were on comms. Just a word on how well they went about their business today.
Yeah, for me, I mean, you could see how much it meant to you boys. You could see out there the way you were tackling, the way you're defending for each other, and then taking your opportunities at the end. It's magical, and I was really rooting for you to get that kick at the end, because it was a special game to watch. I love the support from your fans, and I know how much it means to all you boys, so congratulations.
Never in doubt. You went early on the celeb as well. Never a flicker of doubt.
No, I knew it was going over.
You know, good on you.
He just wanted to let the Stone Army know.
Yeah, quite right too. Well done to you, Ewan. Well done to your team as well. Enjoy the celebrations. You thoroughly deserve it. Brilliant to have you alongside, and well done to you and your team as well. What a fabulous under-18 Vase final we have had, and it is congratulations once again to the victors who have pulled it out of the fire when they needed it the most. We're going to have a very short break, and then we're going to start building up to the big one, the under-18s Cup final. Don't go anywhere. On a fabulous, glorious, sunny afternoon here at Allianz Stadium, we had a brilliant ace final to get up and running. We've built into that the under-18 Vase, and it's the big one to come in a few moments' time. Do stay with us.